This week's Michigan Lottery Excellence in Education winner is Tim Wasaki with Baldwin Street Middle School, part of the Hudsonville Public Schools. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
We have a video from your nominator. Let's take a look.
So happy to hear that Tim was selected for the Excellence in Education Award, not just because he's my brother, but because I think he's completely deserving of it. You know, I've gotten a firsthand look from talking to him and being around him about the projects that he does for his classroom. They're so creative, and he's so into what he does. He's so enthusiastic. He just goes out of his way to do whatever he can to inspire learning in his classroom, and it just is really inspiring to see. He is kind of the teacher we all wish we would have had because of how engaged he is and how much he cares about his subject, and that just comes through in everything he does. So, Tim, we're so proud of you, and congratulations.
That's awesome.
That's your brother.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's great. So are you shocked?
Yeah. I called all my siblings. I was like, which one of you did this? Like, who nominated me? And they were kind of being coy about it. So, but that's an honor. That's my younger brother, Dan. He's very successful in what he does. He's a great guy. So to hear that from him, it means a lot.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about why you decided to be a teacher.
Well, like a lot of teachers, when I was in school, I had some really inspiring, great educators. I was really quiet in school. I was really shy. And I think my teachers would probably be shocked to see that I took this route. And they, the ones that really stood out to me, they really made me feel seen and made me feel important and made school something that I loved going to every day, something to look forward to. And I just wanted to be that person for other kids. So I get to come to school every day. I get to make everybody feel welcome, feel a part of our community. I teach ancient history, which I love, so I get to share my passion with my students. I get to be involved with coaching and running clubs, and it's truly one of those things where I can honestly say I don't really ever feel like I'm going to work. I'm just going and doing something that I love every day.
And I understand part of that is you make a lot of the students laugh. You think humor is very important for the classroom.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about that.
Oh, I'm hilarious. I think, I'm in middle school, and I really think engagement is just such a huge key of what we do. Like, the kids have to, they have to know that we care about them, but they have to have a good time. They have to remember these experiences, because the way their brains work, they're going to forget a lot of the information that we go over, but they're going to remember those moments where they're laughing, they're having a good time. We do a ton of games. I think engagement and fun is something that is often overlooked, and it's something that I really, really focus on.
Talk a little bit more about those interactive experiences that you plan in the classroom, and what's your favorite activity, and why are those important?
Well, we do a lot of board game days, so I try to work in some board games that go with my curriculum. So we play like Settlers of Catan and Stratego, and those go with the lessons that we're talking about as far as trading and building cities. But I like to frame my units in like a story. So for example, when I teach them about ancient China and all these different groups that were warring for power, I break my class into different groups, and they're doing all these projects on the side. They're building emperor hats, and they're making shields, and they're making brochures that go for those eras, and they earn points for that, and that goes towards their team. And it's almost like the board game Risk, where they have little armies and they're building those up. And then we have our battle days where they go to war against each other, and it's really engaging for them. I get a ton of buy-in, and I have kids who have graduated that still message me on Instagram like, I remember Survivor. I remember when our team, the red team, we won, and it was like my favorite thing I ever did in middle school. So that just shows me that it has that lasting impact that I'm shooting for.
I love that, because I can imagine kids start the school year thinking, oh, this is history. This is
yeah.
And then when you see that change in them, what's that like for you?
It's an incredible feeling. It's amazing to see those kids who realize like, wow, like history can be fun and relevant to me, but also just school can be fun, and projects can be fun. And when they start to click and they make the connections, like, wait a minute, we're not just playing a game, you're teaching me something that's going to help me. That's just, as a teacher, there's no greater feeling than seeing that click with them.
I know you say that the students who have graduated reach out to you still. Mm-hmm. Fast forward 20 years from today, you run into a former student. What do you hope that they tell you about their experience in your classroom?
I just hope that they remember me as somebody who really cared about them and who really put in a lot of time and effort into making their experience the best it could possibly be. I hope I made them laugh. I hope I made their voice feel heard. I hope I made them feel like they're a valued, important person in my classroom. So that's the goal.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Tim from Baldwin Street Middle School receives a $2,000 check from the Michigan Lottery. Excellence in Education Awards sponsored by the Michigan Lottery, providing more than $28 billion to public education since 1972.